Probably a football player.
It's basic.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Gets the job done though.
You have a favorite Halloween garb as a kid?
Yeah, I love dressing up as a soldier. Thought I was going to go to the military up until I was like 17, and I got my first scholarship.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was always thinking I was going to go to the Marine Corps.
Football changed the course of your life, huh?
Oh, it sure did. Yeah, I mean, if I didn't have opportunity to play and get a scholarship, I was definitely going to have to fight overseas to get one.
You want to be a Marine, not in the Navy? There's a guy named Maverick.
Hey man, we always grew up loving the Marines, man. Love the hard nosed guys, you know. So, you know, the front line.
What has kept this team together through extreme adversity?
You know, the leadership and Coach Barnett, you know, he always emphasizes us staying together and making sure that we're picking each other up and bringing each other along, you know, because right now when you're in the face of adversity and your face is in the fan, you gotta really look to your brothers left and right and make sure that they're all doing what they're supposed to do and vice versa, you know, just sticking together through it all, because so one of these days we're about to come out of this, you know, and hopefully sooner than later.
You sort of reflect, Maverick, on everything that the sort of unique aspects of your career here over 5 years. I mean, one coaching staff you come in with, coaching change, pandemic, 11-2. This, you know, you guys have been through a lot as your senior class. Can you sort of reflect on everything that's gone into this?
Well, it's a lot of adversity, you know. We had a really good season in 2021, you know, and a lot of those guys are still Coach D'Antonio's players, you know. We brought a lot of new guys in as well, and you know, we're just trying to bring them in and deal with you know, a lot of injuries and stuff, and a lot of coaching changes and stuff kind of messes with us a little bit. But at the end of the day, we're the ones on the field and we're the ones that have to perform, you know.
Does it feel like you guys have been through, I guess, a lot of different seasons, not literal football seasons, but just different eras, I guess, in your 5 years here?
Yes, sir. It does feel like I've been through a lot here. You know, it feels like I'm like one of the oldest guys here now. You know, so the other guys are like, "Oh man, you were actually coached by Coach D'Antonio," and it's like, yeah, you know, he was, you know, he's the one that gave me my opportunity to come here. So, always loved Coach D, and I love Coach Tucker too, you know, and Coach Barnett, none of the less. I love all of them, you know. So they're all great coaches, and I think that they all can get the job done.
So what do you think?
A few years, you were originally committed to Central Michigan, I believe.
Correct.
What made you want to switch and come to Michigan State? Like, what was the deciding factor there, and how did it go?
Well, I always wanted to come to Michigan State ever since I grew up. I always grew up a Michigan State fan. The biggest thing is they didn't offer me up until signing day. They were telling me, they were in my ear a little bit like, hey, you know, we're really interested in you, but there's no scholarship opportunities open at the moment. And I was actually an offensive lineman, and they had zero offensive lineman opportunities for me. But when a running back decided not to come here, a spot opened up, and I got a call at 8 in the morning on signing day, and it was Coach Burton saying, hey, you know, Coach D'Antonio wants to talk to you. And sure enough, he offered me a scholarship, and I took it right away. You know, I've always wanted to be here, and I haven't had no regrets since.
And how has this experience just paid out for you? And what would it mean on senior day to go out and play?
Man, it'd mean a lot. It also changed the whole demeanor of the team. You know, we've lost 6 in a row, and I feel like a lot of guys are sluggish. You know, not myself. I feel like I mean, I don't really care what's going on. I'm going to go out and play and do my best. But it's just tough with a lot of young guys on the team. You know, because they're learning how to go through this type of adversity. You know, so I mean, I've been on losing teams before, unfortunately, but at the end of the day, you really just got to stick together and come out of it working hard.
Excuse me. So share with me your emotions when you went out for senior day this Saturday.
Man, it's a big deal. My mom has been my #1 supporter throughout my entire career of football. You know, she didn't even want me to really play football, to be honest. Up until 6th grade, I was playing football in the backyard with my friend Zach, and he was like, man, you'd be really good out there, man. You're so big, you'd be just killing kids. And then finally, I kept talking to my mom about it and kept bothering her until she decided that it would be a good idea to just give me a chance, you know, 1 year just to see how it went. And I didn't get to play, you know, but because I was overweight. I was 220 pounds in 6th grade, and the weight limit was 170. So the entire year I was just running the whole time, But I finally got to play, and I just love football. And like growing up, I always dreamed, man, I really want to play in the Big Ten. I want to play for Michigan State. I love the program and everything. And then stuck true. My mom just told me to give it to God, and everything will work out, and it did. And I'm glad I'm here, and glad I got the opportunity. My mom's going to be so happy that I get to finish it out here.
Is your friend Zach still in your life?
Yes, he is.
He knows what you're doing, man.
Yeah, he does, man. He's actually a Michigan fan, which is kind of crazy, but he supports me when we're going against other teams. So.
Thanks for your time.
Absolutely, thank you.
Do you see as part of your legacy is making sure that these guys get off the mat each week, and is something you can give the program?
Well, repeat that question.
Do you feel like part of your legacy is making sure that your guys get off the mat each week, no matter what happens? And keep on moving forward.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of the younger guys, I feel like my role is to bring the other guys up and to kind of teach them what the Spartan Dogs are really about. Me and JD and Spencer Brown and Trey Mosley, and we're like the last guys that are from Coach D'Antonio that actually know kind of what the program was like before the takeover. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we were really hard-nosed football, I felt like, back then, and that's kind of what we were built in. Even though we had 3-star athletes, but we were able to win quite a few games with some 3-star athletes. So,
I wanted to ask you about Jalen Thompson.
Jalen Thompson is a baller, man. He's always worked hard at practice. He's always done what he's supposed to do. Shows up on time, works hard, pushes himself in the weight room. He's shown it game in, game out that he could play and be a guy for us. So I have full confidence in him, and honestly, I love playing next to him because I know if we're running the game, he will clean up whoever I'm on. So he is a guy I will take into battle with me any day.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Have you talked to